Hello and welcome, I'm the developer of Pond Keeper. If at any point you want to give the game a go, the demo is currently available right now on Steam. This video is going to be mostly showing off some of the early stages of the game. As I am the developer, I've turned off the tutorial and introduction, but I'll explain a few things as I'm going along. At the moment here we're just starting off in the very first pond, and if we zoom out you can see there's quite a lot of ponds to potentially expand into. All of them are currently filled with trash and debris and algae at the moment, so in a pretty bad state. It's up to us to basically earn enough money and reputation with the townsfolk to be able to unlock those ponds and clean them up. Right now I'm just feeding my fish, and you can see them flashing here at the moment. That just essentially means that they are ready for me to collect the scales. So you can very quickly just pop those off. A little bit weird collecting scales off fish, but that's what you do. That was a little bit of algae. If you feed too much food, then the fish won't have time to eat it before it goes bad. And if enough food goes bad in the pond, then algae will appear over time. There's also these little snacks you can feed the fish as well. So I'll pop some of these off. This gives them a nice growth boost and helps them get a decent amount of food going, which in this case, now that they're fully sized, they should start laying some eggs, and this food will help them get to that a bit quicker. You can see these guys. This guy is a little bit interested in that one. Well, there's a little egg been laid there as well. These two doing a little tango. And here you can see in the top right we've unlocked a new mutation. It's not very easy to see at the moment until this one hatches because it's a pattern variant instead of the colour. But we can pop it into the journal, and you can see here there's a whole chain of different genes that we just got on here. So there's a whole chain of different colours, and in this case a pattern, and then new species that you can eventually get. These first few colours are quite quick to get, so we can see those popping up right now. See here the umbra fish that we just got. We can use the little scanner tool. Tells you a little bit of information about the fish. So here we can see the type it is. This one's actually got the pattern and the colour at the same time. You can see it's an egg, and it's sort of in progress towards hatching. I think at 25% they should hatch. And they'll go through different stages as they grow up until they become an adult and start being able to lay eggs. So you can see this one's got the zebra pattern going on. It's swimming under some algae at the moment. Once it gets to full size, you'll be able to harvest the scales. You can see here it tells you how many scales you'll get, somewhere between 2 and 4, what type of colour scales you'll get, which is handy for later on when we need to unlock some things, and also how much money it's worth. Down at the bottom here we've got some information about the mutations. This is basically showing you what other new genes you can get. So by combining 2 of these orange umbra fish, we can potentially get this new gummy variant. There's a few of the ones we can get here as well. So there's a few different mutations you can get per fish. So we can scan this blue one as well, the aqua one. And you see this one's only got 1, and our starting one has got a few. We've actually unlocked all 3 of this type of fish's mutations. So we'll close that down. Close that down. And here in the bottom left now we can see we've got orders. You essentially get customers pop up and will ask you for some scales in this case, and also ask you to collect some fish that they're looking for. So you can see Coraline Kelp, she wants some scales to help patch up a fish who's is a little bit unwell. I've already got these scales, so you can see I've got 38 out of the 10 required, so I can complete that immediately, get a little bit of money and some reputation. We've got another one here. Not all of the character portraits are in at the moment, but that's a work in progress. Here we can collect some of these fish. It doesn't really matter what size of fish you collect, so actually collecting the small ones is kind of good, because the larger ones are good for laying eggs, and also you can sell them for more money, so that's good. So here we've collected all 3 of the fish that we were looking for, and we can complete that as well. Another order comes in. These first few come through fairly quickly. But yeah, you can see here another one looking for something a little bit more challenging, so we need some red and some blue ones that we don't have yet. We've got some red and some more orange and blue fish, so it shouldn't take too too much thought to work out how to get that, but we'll have to feed these guys up and get them breeding in order to get more of them, because we might need a few fish in order to get to 5 blue and 5 red there. Also, you can see the top right here, we've had a little notification pop up, just letting us know we can upgrade the shop. In here, over time, as you get reputation, you can level up the shop. So I'll click that now. And we see for the next level, we'll need at least another 2 reputation before we can get there. But that's allowed me to get this this new plant, the crypt plant. I can buy this now for 10 gold. I've got plenty. And we can place this down. Pop down a few plants. And these provide a nice benefit of not only looking nice, but when we have a look at this little sign over here, we can see we're getting a little bonus, +2 to the fish capacity for having that new plant type. We're also losing 2 because of the algae, so we'll knock that out. And we can see with that extra few plants, we now go from 30 to 32. This pond also has a bonus ability as well. Each pond has a different effect. This one reduces the amount of algae you get when you feed too much food. A few of the other ponds have some quite useful effects. These are the first 2 we can unlock. Let's take a look at this one. You can see this one's kind of like pulsing a little bit because it's ready to be purchased. But this one increases the amount of mutations you get. So if you're trying to breed a few fish together and try and get some of the mutations that you can see in the scanner, you get a high chance of getting those mutations if you are breeding those fish in this pond. Right, after buying the pond, we now have the ability to clean it up. You can whack away the trash piles. They spit out a ton of debris particles that you need to get rid of. Initially, you've got to grab them one by one, stick them into this recycler. These take a little bit of time, so I'm going to leave that to chew away on those for a little bit. Feed my fish in the meantime. Give them some more berries. There's also a few other things around the map you can feed them. There's an orb here. At the moment, this is just a really big food boost. But I am planning on making some changes with that, so it does some fun stuff to your fish when they eat it. And there's some acorns on the top of these trees. A few people have asked for some sort of new food type to go in here, just to help with feeding these 3 ponds. It's on its way. I've just not got around to it yet. Always nice to be hammering loads of scales. Sounds quite nice. So here we actually have finished this one, so we can complete that. Get a bit more reputation, a bit more money. Will definitely come in handy. And this new customer is asking for some bluefish. At the moment, I've only got 3 of them. So if I give those 3 fish to that customer, it will stop me from being able to breed anymore. So for the time being, I'm going to ignore that request and focus on feeding these guys. All the algae in here and add in some plants to increase the capacity. Okay, so I've jumped ahead a bit. You can see I've managed to unlock a few more colours and genes, and I've even managed to get myself some little jellyfish going. I've got another pond with a bunch of different jellyfish over here, and I've just unlocked the axolotl. This is the first colour. There's a bunch more to come after this. The pond is looking a lot nicer. Plenty new plants, and I've managed to bag myself a fun new tool to play around with. Makes cleaning up the ponds a lot easier and quicker. But there's still plenty more different species and genes to unlock. And as you can see, I've still got plenty of work to be doing to clean up all these ponds and get them looking nice. But all of this and more is available in the Steam demo right now. I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you like the look of the game and you fancy picking it up when it comes out or getting any updates, you can wishlist it on Steam.